Alright guys, today we're going to talk about the Hunter Medium Duty Collet Kit with the Force Match Balancer. So the Medium Duty Collet Kit consists of everything you see here. So we're going to have a bunch of different pins. We have some short pins, some long pins, a charge, flange plate, 3 multi-collet discs, and then also a spacer. So the real question is, it looks like a lot, when do you use it? I want to help simplify that today. If you have the chart that comes with the kit, great. If you don't have the chart and you need a new one, your Hunter service or sales rep should be able to get you guys one. So today we're going to talk about this, and I'm actually going to mount a 19.5 off of an F550 so I can show you guys the mounting process. So knowing it's an F550 19.5, we can reference off the chart. It tells us what the hub bore size is. It also tells us what the lug pattern is, where it is we need to put our pins. So what if you don't have the chart? You can still do it even if you don't have the chart. Let's say you lost it. So on the wheel that we have in particular, it's a 10 lug wheel. So on our flange plate, I'm only looking at the spots that say 5. I can only put 5 pins in. So I'm only looking at the 5 by 225, 5 by 7 1/4, or 5 by 8.75. I only have 3 spots where I can put 5 pins in. So it's not, I'm not looking at all of them. I'm only focusing on just the 5. If it's an 8 lug, I'm only looking at the spots with 4. If it's a 6 lug, I'm only looking at the spots with 3. So in case I don't have my chart, I can still do it quickly. So let's talk about the pins. This rounded kind of triangular shaped pin. Fusos, Isuzus, Sprinters, usually going to be using a pin more so like this. Make sure on the back side that you're using the nut that would go on it. So as you go to slide it in the hole, it would go on there. Then you have the nut and you tighten it down. This forward wheel we have, I know it's a 5 by 2 1/4. I'm going to use the short pins just because it's easier. So go ahead and pop those guys in. Now I have my flange plate set up. In this case, I do need to use this spacer. I want to show you why. This is the collet that we need to use for the 5, for the Ford with 19.5s. We're actually use this taller disc right here. So if we were to go to put this straight on the balancer, it doesn't have very much of a backing right here to be able to have the wheel set up against. So we're going to use this spacer, so now the wheel can actually sit up against here. Slide our spacer on. Now we'll put our adapter, and again we're on this inner ledge right here. So you're going to slide that inner edge. Now you can see we don't have much of a lip to be able to put the wheel on. Okay, so we need a way to be able to bring that out, so we still have some spring tension. Okay, the spring tension is what helps center it. So we need to add some spring tension. You have a little red spacer here. Put your spacer on. Now go ahead and slide it, and you can see how much further this collet sticks out. This hub right here sticks out. So now as we're going to put it on, we're going to push the tire in. It's actually going to have a face back here and a hub to have proper centering. Use the wheel lift. We don't need to use our backs. Okay, so use the wheel lift to bring it right up in place where you need it to be. We're going to grab our flange plate. It centers it. What we're trying to do is mimic what it looks like on the truck. So we have an axle hub like a truck, and we're using the lug holes to be able to center it. And we have our wing nut. There it is. All right, pressure ring. Every once in a while, if you tighten this down too tight, you could crack a pressure ring. It doesn't happen very often, but it does. Also something you can source from your local service rep. So we're going to tighten it up. Okay, notice I just have it snug right now. I don't have it cranked down. It's super tight. We're going to lower the wheel lift. To help center it, if I grab the wheel and rotate it down while I hang onto the wing nut, it's actually going to walk each one of those studs up into the hole. It's going to help center the assembly. The heavier the assembly is, the harder it is to center it. So anytime you're able to help the balance to be able to center it, the better results you're going to get. That's just a quick overview on the medium duty collet kit. If you got any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks, guys.